All right, in this video I'm going to briefly remind you how to convert from radians to degrees or from degrees to radians. These are two ways of measuring an angle. So converting from radians to degrees I find to be pretty simple if you remember that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So if I had something like pi over 2 radians, you think about that as being 180 degrees divided by 2, which would be 90 degrees. So it's a quick, easy change pi to 180 and then simplify whatever you've got. That's how you're going to change a radian measurement to degrees. So even if it's a little bit more complicated, you can think about this. That's a radian measurement. Even if it doesn't say RAD next to it, I know that if there's a pi in there, it's going to be radian measure. And I can change that pi to 180 degrees and simplify that. To do that without a calculator, I'd probably divide 180 by 4 first. 180 divided by 4 is 45 degrees, and then multiply that by 3. Or you could, of course, take out a calculator and do it on a calculator. So that's converting from radians to degrees. To convert from degrees to radians is a little bit trickier. If you're given an angle in degrees and asked to write it in radians, some of the common ones you'll end up having memorized, like 45 degrees. But if you aren't able to remember or you have a more unfamiliar angle, to convert you're going to want to multiply by pi over 180, which if you think about the pi being a radian measure and the 180 being a degree measure, that's actually the equivalent thing on top and bottom. So if you put something over an equivalent something, that fraction actually is just the value of 1, because it's like putting 12 inches over 1 foot. It's just the same size, but different units. So that's a conversion fraction. It has a value of 1. And the end result is that I'm going to end up with the pi as part of the answer. I'm usually going to leave a radian answer with pi rather than taking out a calculator and using 3.14. Just leave it in terms of pi. You can reduce the fraction 45 over 180, either using a calculator or your own skills. And this one here, 45 goes into 184 times. So this is just pi over 4. Do one that's a little bit more unfamiliar, maybe, I don't know, 64 degrees. I'll probably regret that since I'm not using a calculator here, but it works just the same for an even more unfamiliar angle. You multiply by pi over 180, so pi sticks in as part of the answer on the numerator, and then you'll have to reduce the 64 over 180. Let's see what that would be. 32 over 90. That reduces again. 16 over 45. That's good enough. So that would be the radian measure for 64 degrees. So that's how you'll convert between the two units.